To you who is out there, to you who is lonely, to you who has no friends, to you who has no one besides you, I want to tell you that you don't need people. You do not need friends, especially if you are forcing them to yourself. What you need is God, because God is going to lead you to the right people in your life. I have been there. I have wished that certain people do not live my life. I have wished that I had the strength to bring back some people into my life. But you know what they say, people come in our lives for different reasons. And we will have different chapters in our lives. People will come in your lives for different reasons. I don't know why some people stick into your life. I don't know why some of them end up leaving. But what I know is that we have destiny helpers. We have people who are going to come into your life to fulfill your purpose in this world. We have time wasters who I believe are sent by the devil to pull us away from fulfilling our destinies. They are there to put traps in front of us. And if your eyes remain closed, those are the people that you will find very important in your life. You'll think that they are very important and worth saving, and yet they are really worthless. They have no price tag. They don't deserve your life. They don't deserve your time. They don't deserve your precious love. But because you feel like you need to be a part of them and they need to be a part of you, you hang on to them so tight that you don't give God to work out a plan that He had for you. Many of us are crying. As we get older, we are losing friends, people we held so dear in our hearts, people we thought that were our best friends, people we thought that were strangers turned into relatives. We think that those are the people that we should fight for. If you want to find out people who are important in your lives, look around you and ask yourself, who is there when I cry? Who is there when I call for help? Who is there when I am sad? Who is there when I have a heavy heart? Who knows me at all times? Who knows my mood swings? These are the very people that we don't consider as important as we should have considered them to be. They're in our lives. They've been around. They are still hanging on to our lives and they hold us so dear into their hearts. But we do not have the time to chase after them. We do not have the time to give them the same love. They could be our relatives, they could be our neighbors, they could be strangers who really want to be a part of our lives. But because we are blinded to see that certain chapters have been closed, and the Lord really wants you to see this. He wants you to notice something that is within your line of destiny. But because your heart is stuck and trapped, you will not look at these people. You will not celebrate them. You will not acknowledge them. You think they are there to be taken for granted. But they are not. Time will come and they will turn their backs. And when such people turn their backs, it will be very hard to bring them back. So enough crying over spilled milk. If you wasted your time fighting for love, fighting for anyone, it's high time you fought for the people that are fighting for you. There are times where you cry that you wasted a lot of years in a relationship and you still want that relationship, but God is trying to show you the right person and you're still blinded by this one fling, this one person, this one situation, this one circumstance that is keeping you limited, that is pushing you backwards. For once, if only for once, we could stay silent and listen to what God is telling us. If only for once we could wait unto the presence of the Holy Spirit and walk with Him. I am not any perfect. I am just like any other person. I have lost it all. I've fought for the people that I am not supposed to fight for. But hey, life has to move on. I've realized that sometimes we have to learn our lessons the hard way. And yeah, I had to learn mine. So do you, you know. As years go by, you mature. You who had very many friends now have none. You who was this famous girl, famous guy, you're now a nobody. You who was once full of pride, you just have nothing. Totally nothing. You have no one to hold on to. That is why I said in the beginning that you don't need people. You need God. Because it's only God who is going to take you to greater heights. It's only God who is going to remove the bad fruit from your life, no matter how hard it is. It's only God through the Holy Spirit who is going to give you a strong heart. It's God who knows it all. That's why they say He's all-knowing. He's ever-present. He's all over. He's everywhere. No one can take the place of God in your life, and you should bow to no man but God. He's the only person who knows your destiny. And even if a man comes up and says that he cannot help you anymore, don't look at them like they were the solution to your life. God can bring someone who is willing to help you to the end. So bow to no man but God Himself.